Mwathani Ikomi mwancho murigereria kirongwege na buna nogenderete kwego kiasoko bwatie mirobero yonsi ya Ndizi TV na bwo obwansu bwo mugusi anekero bonongo kwarigania semesema ye Chinsa Ikomi eriongo manyamuna nara ya na kwariganirie asenchera erejo bwekanu ekero twaribuna ekegambero kia appeal ningo gyatugute irale gutirini wa finance bill hase kiaganirie serikali kogendera gusangererie bango akubwatkana na machikaria are ase finance bill eryo goikirania amagendro imeyese ya Kenya. Gendro tunyora sensemo ya Facebook wetera Ndizi TV News Digital, sensemo ya YouTube Ndizi TV News, asumutandao Twitter Ndizi TV News yertogendere gusanga nabo igo kwemanyia manke. Urutokubwatranere kurwa sensemo urutokubwatranere kwene kiabuna chibichenerio gichawe keira centre ya bene nigakoro kwa Everlyne Nyachama na inchere tariane Everlyne Osero sanga na intuiko mwerio. Mwancho mulire lingo kwariga ntoya chaka centre ya bene korwase county ya Kisii wase aborokiwa be grade kya gatatu se grade 3 korwase eskuru ya Tabaka Academy ritkoria lero batwara umuroberio obwo kworokia ali babere bawe semya inse umuroberio OCBC gati abo bosmeki bwebinto abune bitungo egati ebinde binge umuroberio ni gokorekana ase eskuru yo asabateneri na borokia be eskuru baba gotabuna umuroberio ni gobere kogokonya aborokiwa muno anene aso kworokia ebyewa au ebyo babwate na muno nigo bate babuna asayo babere bagokora ayo baba kworokia litkoya rero narara kigotumeka ase amatemwa manene ari busyo
njengoro kumogendi abuya tamaro mogendi okoso nyakuru kumbene yanina gutwara nyamutuma ko ngumuntu banire matonga ngombe ya kegere umwebo bwabakimai kurubu mware igaigatabaka ngarero nari abaigoli abalimu nonya abana abanyene barro buya wa CBC wetera ngamuro kigaiga grade 3 exhibition baringe koroke bintu bakorire bocha bocha yesa baringe grade 2 kurase bimeri ndari ko chwatora byonsipi kuru okobanoboremu aso gukwana asabaigoli bade nabantu bande birabuoba CBC ndero tebya baigoli na mono gwakira baigoli bane Tabaka Academy asoko konya baru rero nande ko konyora Chinsa cyabo bocha kurigereri na gotegerere ki abana baba bwate CBC ngo batebye abakenya baminto no moroberu mu yasana semi okoba bwanyarire kuigora abana tarika bongo gyoka lakini ase ebirengereri noko bano bare mu obonene basongo bakuruka confidence abana ntanginereri pi banya bana baiga ibintu bakora rero ba grade 3 844 abana ba grade 8 was class 8 mpanya ngakora banya si ababono ira ande CBC obuya bwae bonde ekranate babo kwigoro bongo bo mwana tini ko kwana robo ngaini bwe kabikisenge abana nkonyara bari korengereri
Umurai wense Dr. William Samoei Ruto nigo abwatukira roboti bene kubwatukana nese ya Naija kurwarit korea Jumatano aso kubwatwa ku murai wense yo Mohamed Bazoum nese mo yo burendi bwo burai obonene wense yo Ruto nigatebire na okuno kogenda mamincha neri chiko na ko unereria gose ko unereria obosibore askiri atere na ense ya Kenya nigera sumu stadium mutwe kogikeria enganeyo nabona nigaganirie chinsemo aogo chamo na kubwatrana eryo kwene kyabuna obwene bwarokanire asense yo ya Niger eryo koreta obotoereru na boigo obwa mateburubya.
The Republic of Kenya joins the rest of the world to condemn in the strongest terms this unconstitutional act that subverts democracy through a coup d'etat and calls for the immediate release of President Mohamed Bazoum, who is reportedly seized by members of the Presidential Guard. Throughout our continent's history, we have strived tirelessly to nurture the principles of democracy, aligning ourselves with the aspirations of the African people for freedom and self-determination. This fundamental norm is crystallized in Article 4P of the Constitutive Act of the African Union, which unequivocally condemns and rejects any unconstitutional change of government. The government and the people of Kenya earnestly urge all parties involved to refrain from further escalation that might jeopardize the lives and livelihoods of the people of Niger. We call for the swift restoration of constitutional rule, ensuring the protection of the population and a return to full civilian authority while upholding utmost respect for the country's institutions. In this moment of strife, we implore all parties to engage in constructive discourse to restore peace in this fraternal nation, which has steadfastly stood as a bulwark against terrorism and its agents in the Sahel region.
Abarai au anene kurwase ensemo ya Azimio la Umoja One Kenya gati aboyo kabero murai wense Urumwigai Kenyatta murai bwabo mobwo Raila Amolo Odinga Kalonzo Musyoka Eugene Wamalwa Peter Kenneth gati abarai bande nigo baikirana ase omoyega bwo kubasabera bali babete bagusire magimabo achinga kichya mandamano ase chinsemo au ime yense ya Kenya no muroberio obakogo korekana ase chinsemo chia Karen awase abaraya bo bagendrete korera kubalera na kugikeria obutumeki bw'ekinguru cyegoro mono kurwasa abanyanyimbo ase okubasagana no muroberio okorekana sensemo ya SKM Command Center ime ya Karen no mucyo Nairobi ase omurayi bwense kubwatrana no murayi ose omurayi okane bwense Uhuru Kenyatta kubwatrana no murayi ibekya makya ODM Raila Amolo Odinga babere bakubwatoka chishilingi chimilioni bere ejo kirakikokonya ase meroberio yokubaenia abo bonse babete bagusiriya mayimabo. Asensemo yendanigo aba MCA korwase county ya Vihiga na barabo babeire bagwesokya nagotongia emesuma nabo igo kubeka moga senchire ye moyo kworo kesko yoko banyora na gose yoko banyora na kubasabira abali abonsi babete bagusiriya amayimabo gokwana chinga kyecho nigo batebire na weka batene nibokongu no murayibo mu Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Raila Amolo Odinga na komobwatia ase emeroberio endeonsi yoko enekia buna obosibole bwabere bokorrekana imeyense ya Kenya na mono nigo babere bakugikeria abanyanyimbo na tano nigo bagutumeka chinguru wetania ekerengo chinga kichokoreta obotoereru egento babaganirie ko bokoenekia buna nkobwatia bare bitambukero korengana nerichiko riekatiba
wana ODM ama wana Azimio tuko nyuma ya baba yeyote baba atasema ndio sisi tutafanya kama wana ODM katika Vihiga County.
Kuna wengine wanasema ya kwamba watu wa Vihiga hawako kwa maandamano. Nataka kusema ya kwamba sisi watu wa Vihiga tunafahamu baba kabisa na tuko na yeye na tutazidi kuandamana na yeye mpaka tupatie mwelekeo ulio sawa.
Mambo ambayo yamefanyika wiki 3 ambazo zimepita tunalaani vikali sana. Mambo ya serikali kutumia vibaya sheria na tear gas kuumiza wananchi ambao hawana hatia hata kidogo.
Omwaziri bwamangana yoborania Eludo Walo niraikirana ase county ya Murang'a asogo chakya emeroberio yoko igora ebituo byobotumeki bw'echinchera chekerero bimanyikanite buna jitume kazi digital laboratories okwana igoro yogosie kwa wechinsemo buritwore igoro Walo nigaine kyabuna keregento nigo kerebuya asenchera yoboikiranu natabunde merobere mekiranu yaberege kubekwa ne serikali yoko enekia oborendi obotingo.
It was not a hacking. There's a difference between an attempted attack and a hack. A hack means you get into the system and adulterate whatever is domiciled in there, or you interfere with the data that you find there. There was no breach of data. There was no infringement on the privacy and security of our data. So I want to assure all Kenyans that our data is safe. Our mitigation framework around the system repulsed that attempt. What they did was to try to jam the system or clog the system by making over and above ordinary levels of requests into the systems so that they interfere with the efficiencies and effectiveness of the platform. But as at last evening, our technical people have addressed that issue and we are now back.
Numu waziri bw'obosombi Kipchumba Murkomen nigaberega kwene kiabuna serikali yachakiro murobero bw'okurusia etaraja eyera sensemo ya Likoni. Murkomen nigatebire buna daraja yo yabeire ose yaireire ogoichorana kwa mato asensemeyo egentoge koire na magega obosombi asenchira ya mache na boigo uchumi ase ensemeyo na boigo ense ya Kenya asobwagare. Nigatere buna daraja yo nigo yabetege korosiwa ne serikali ya eta ense y'uburayi bwaye urumwiga Kenyatta iyo yairete chiringi bilioni yemo nukta kyanda eriyogokeya ugichorana kwa mato egento kyabeire mamincha.
Still in conversation, but we really want to do away with that bridge completely. That bridge has created unnecessary congestion in our port, and I think the conversation is ongoing to see if we should expedite the Dongo-Kundu Road. Once we do the Dongo-Kundu Road to complete, we don't need that bridge because it's causing immense delay when it comes to clearance of goods.
Togotigana nayo nigo abantu bali ababete bakonyorwa ogwakwo konene kubwatikana no wateka webo mwaso mwaka bwerweye mochimi kianda merongo kianda na isano na isato asamagacho a cooperative ime mocho Nairobi nigo babeire bagokwanera amakongu au ayo bagendrete wetera asebunge gusama kongu ayo nigo babeire bakoyarera asebunge ya Senate korengana nabwo nigo menyerete obogimo bokongu anena sense moyo obwenya asibago tumeka chibesa chinyinge konyora obwenya na watana tibaranyora bokonyi bonde bwansi kurwa serikali yense ya Kenya na boigo serikali yense ya America nonya nabonigo Senate yaberege kubanekeria no murayi bwense Dr. William Samoei Ruto na betega koria ira yo kurwa bokonyi bwabene natana mbegete merobere yo kugendera kubwatrana nense ya America ero kwenekia muna babere bagokonyeka.
Taken up your matter and we are going to do whatever is necessary. And I want to promise you something. When our president, William Ruto, was campaigning, he mentioned about you. And I'm sure he has you at his heart. And I know now he already knows that we have this motion at the Senate. And I know he will support and he will do whatever is in his means to make sure that the American government compensates the Kenyans. We are not fighting with America. They are our partners, they are our friends, but we are requesting and we are asking them on humanitarian grounds, as like they compensated their own, that once we go and we meet with the Senate of America, the Congress, please ensure that the law that is lacking to that fund to include Kenyans so that they can be compensated. I know you will do it because you are human beings. You have feelings like any other person. Today, you can see the way we are talking. The senators here, we have no heart even to talk. I wish the American Senate could be here today to listen to what these people have gone through so that they feel with them. We've shed tears here as they were, narrating the stories of what they've gone through. And for the last 25 good years, this is the time that Kenya and America should come together and do whatever is possible to compensate these people and to give hope and life to them.
County ya Bungoma nigo yabere county entanga niyo gochakia obokoreri bwobubwenia bwogoikera abantu bonsi gosoyimankante na PHC omorobero ochakiwe asegetuo kyobubwenia kia Mechimeru asensemo ya East Sangalo imeye county eyo ya Bungoma. Omugavana we county eyo ni Kenneth Lusaka nigatere na abamenyi benseme eyo nigo barachigokonye kamono asogoikera obokoreri bwobubwenia ase obwange kegima na boigo asenchira ere yubororo.
Wanaenda mbali kutafuta huduma ya afya, lakini kupitia mpango wa primary healthcare tunaenda kuona kwamba afya inaenda kupeanwa kwa vijiji, mashinani na in the nearest health facility.
PHC is a whole of society approach to health that aims at ensuring the highest possible level of health and well-being and their equitable distribution by focusing on people's needs as early as possible along the continuum from health promotion and disease prevention and treatment, rehabilitation and palliative care, and as close as feasible to the people's everyday.
Amarai nigo bagendrete koruo koboria chingwana gokorekana gatio murai wekama kia ODM na boigo murai wense Dr. William Samoei Ruto munenchiraye moyo koreta obotoereru na boigo murembe mense ya Kenya na gokore mechando au eyo yaberege koenekiwa egatia baraya bokorwa sense moya Western bakora wono mugavana we county ya Kakamega Fernandes Barasa amono mokonyo ye Ayubu Savula anigo batebire na chingwana chobosio asobosio chisa gokorekana anigo se ya Kenya erabe ase arunke ukwana chinga kichoko ena nobokonyi gocha sabantu bare no bore masense moya malava anigo barasabeire gako yikere osekomochia badia bakomochecheria omuraiwe kyama kya ODM Raila Amolo Odinga asogoteba bunanigo aganetie nusu mkate korwa serikali ya Kenya kwanza.
Nataka wiki hii vile Rais William Samoei Ruto amesema akitoka Tanzania na ametoka Tanzania amekuja anaelekea Mombasa huko, akiwa Mombasa aite Raila Amolo Odinga wakae chini wapunguze gharama ya maisha, hao wananchi wanaumia.
Baba amesema maongezi ambayo anatarajia ikiwa one on one. We don't want those headliners kuja hapa katikati, because when the two leaders have an opportunity of discussing wataweka Kenya mbele, they have to speak and have a conversation as statesmen. That is what we want kama watu wa Kakamega. Maongezi ambayo baba ametarajia kuwa nayo na rais wetu, it must be an open discussion without conditions. Na wale vibaraka ambao wanaweka conditions wanasema ya kwamba Raila Amolo Odinga anataka nusu mkate, I want to tell you Baba is not interested in a handshake ya nusu mkate.
Neserikali nigo yaenekire na chibesa chiabagotu na bantu bare no barema nigo chirabe chiko bwato kwa ase inga kichibwene chirabe chikorwe wawe chakera gose kikera chitariki 15 chiakera omutienyi ukwana chinga kiecho nigo omutenenerio monene ase kiombegia social protection abeirega kwenekia buna abantu bonsi baliberigetie nigo barachikonyora chibese echo na monoko baboria kwenekia buna ngo chitumeka bare ase nchera ere yobuikiranu aya nigo abaya kwana chinga kichoko na buchibirogo gose chi wheelchair ocha sabanto bare no borema muroberio okora waneki ombegetaria ya serikali ekyo kimanyekanite na Hope Mobility Kenya imeye county ya Kiambu asebatere na boigo nigo baragenderera umuroberio bwoko enekya abantu bari no borema babeire bagusirwa na korokyo bwanchani.
So one of the big challenges of importing these devices is that there are still some taxes that we have to pay. Although the wheelchairs are exempt from VAT, but there are still other duties that we pay, and sometimes this can be very exorbitant. For example, one container that came in sometime in March stayed in the port for about 1 month, and we had to pay more than 2 million shillings to get it out, and that's money that could have gone to buy many other wheelchairs.
Na sisi kule bungeni PS na tuende to make sure it works. Ati wale watu wote ambao watakuwa wanaleta vifaa ambao zinasaidia watu wetu hapa nchini, zikifika Port of Mombasa ni mara kwa moja inafunguliwa, inakuja, wasiwe wanasumbuliwa kule na watu wa KRA, ndio tuweze kufikia watu wengi zaidi. Mtu yeyote akipata msaada ya kusaidia watu wetu, sio kuambiwa ripia ushuru hapa, ripia ushuru hapa. Hapana, ushuru already ni wa watu wetu. Wewe wacha hiyo equipment ikuje ipatie watu wetu, ndio tuweze kufikia.
Arbati urbano mwanchi omurigere na rogotoreta omwerio bwa mayeye Chinsa Ikomi asenchira ere yobwenge korenda ya munaenda mangino chikanyora asenchira yobwekiranuge koragense yemona boigo Chinsa isato ner Vincent Onyancha ekaro barabwatirane na Ndemo Stephen ase ensemirie chikosori ombye muna sogo chora kubanenche na mbye muna soko gendera kubwatimiro berionsi ya Ndizi TV na bwo obwansu bwo mugusinyora sesemo ya Facebook na bwo kugendera gotonyora wetira Ndizi TV News Digital asesemo ya YouTube YouTube tonyora wetera Ndizi TV News asu mutandao Twitter @Ndizi TV News eri otogendere gusanga nabo igo kwemanyia amanke umurobere obwe chingero ngo gochurura segeka getari getambe kurubono igo bono gendera gotobwatia nabo igo ogenderete kwegoka eri tariane Everlyne Osero tokubwatirana nere Abigail Nyanchama yene kebuna chibicha neriogi chawe keire asenchre yabene twaru burigerere burobya nabo igo emagoroba erentwereru